Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube video. In this video, we'll be talking about one of the best writing structures for IELTS exam. This video will particularly talk about task 2 of IELTS exam, that is the essay writing. This section requires you to write 250 words. A good essay should essentially have 4 clear, distinct paragraphs. Yes, the paragraphs are to be arranged in logical order and each paragraph should have its own main idea or theme. Each question or task on the IELTS exam presents you with a scenario or statement, which then asks you for your opinion in terms of whether you agree with the statement or whether you disagree with the statement. In this video, we are going to use this as an example for your reference as we discuss the paragraphs further. I would like to remind you that each scenario or statement is only asking for your opinion. Your opinion could be your personal opinion based on your life experiences, life choices, or lifestyle. You do not have to provide any factual statements. Your opinion could either be in agreement of the statement or scenario, that is in favor of it, or it could be in disagreement of the statement or scenario, that is against it. You do not have to worry, as your opinion is your personal opinion and no opinion can ever be completely wrong or completely right. I would recommend that do not use strong words. Using words like always, all the time, everywhere, and others gives the reader a perspective that you have in-depth knowledge, but you are not a subject matter expert on every topic. You're not a researcher, a scholar, or a policy maker. You are just providing your opinion on a scenario that has been presented to you. Now, let's get into the details of essay writing. We would be talking about the 4 paragraphs in detail. 4 paragraphs are as follows. The first one is introduction. Introduction sets the tone for your essay. It provides the reader an understanding of what you're going to be talking about in the next 3 paragraphs. In this, you can choose your position, that is, either agree or disagree with the statement. The second paragraph highlights your main idea. Here you discuss in detail why, if you have agreed, why have you agreed, and if you have disagreed, why you have disagreed with the statement. The third paragraph talks about the other side, that is, the opposite of your position. If you have agreed, we'll talk about the disagreement, and if you have disagreed, we'll talk about the agreement part in the paragraph 3. The fourth is the conclusion. That's the summary of all that you have talked about in the first 3 paragraphs. Please remember, do not include any new ideas in conclusion. Now let's look at each of the paragraphs in detail. The first one is introduction. It should have about 3 to 4 sentences. And the breakdown for the sentences are: the first sentence is just the rephrase of the task or the question that has already been given to you. You just paraphrase it and write it in your own words. The second sentence for the paragraph is about your opinion. A good way to begin this sentence is "in my opinion," and then you select your position, that is, whether you agree or you disagree with the statement. Here you select the main idea. The third sentence for the introduction paragraph is about acknowledging the other side. This sentence, a good way to begin is with although, and then you acknowledge the other side, that is the opposite of your position. The second paragraph of your essay talks about the main idea. This is one of the big paragraphs and should have about 6 to 7 sentences, which are as follows. You begin with an opening statement which reconfirms your main idea to the reader. Then we move on to provide at least 3 supporting points with regards to your main idea. The supporting points could include reasons, examples, evidences, instances, which are talking about why you are either in agreement or in disagreement with the sentence. One good way to write these 3 points are you could divide them into firstly, secondly, thirdly, or lastly. This provides like a clear order or a clear separation for the reader to understand. Or you could also use the words like further or moreover. This helps the reader to understand that you're moving from one idea to another idea. You could end the paragraph with rephrasing your main idea or your main position in the paragraph. Some of the words you could use in the third sentence are like nowadays and then reconfirm it with one of the global idea. The third paragraph of your essay talks about the other side. That is, here we acknowledge the opposite of your position. If you were in agreement, we'll talk about the disagreement here, and if you were in disagreement, we'll talk about the agreement here. Remember, in paragraph 1 and 2, you stated your opinion, but different people in the world or different cultures or countries could have different opinions, and this paragraph touches upon that. It should include about 4 to 5 sentences, which are as follows. You begin with an opening statement to introduce the other side. A very good way to begin this paragraph is with the words however, in some countries or culture, and then you continue with the sentence. Then you move on to provide at least 2 points discussing about the other side. It could be anything that you have heard, seen, or have come across in your real life. Good ways to begin the sentence is with at times or in different parts of the world. Finally, you end this paragraph by rephrasing your main idea. The fourth and the last paragraph of your essay is the conclusion. It provides a summary of everything that has been discussed in the first 3 paragraphs. Conclusion should have about 4 to 5 sentences, which are as follows. The first sentence could begin with thus. It is the restatement of the task or the question that has been provided to you. Then we move on to the second sentence, which could begin with I believe. Remember, we are only giving our opinions, so do not use strong words. Here we reinstate the main idea, that is the summary of paragraph 2. The third sentence could begin with as. You briefly touch upon the other side, that is paragraph 3. You acknowledge the other side. The fourth and the closing sentence for the paragraph could begin with it should or it would be beneficial to. Here you reconnect the reader with your main idea. Remember, do not introduce any new ideas in the conclusion paragraph. Here is the consolidation of the clear step-by-step guideline to structure your essay. It provides you with 4 clear, distinct paragraphs, their details, and keywords to help you with. If you follow these guidelines to structure your essay would have a clear logical order. It would have a good flow which would be easy for the reader to understand, and also you would not be missing out on any key points that are required for the essay for IELTS exam. I would encourage my viewers to go ahead and take a screenshot of this part of the video, which would help them to begin with their essay writing. Feel free to improvise. Thank you, friends, and do let us know your feedback in the comment section. Good luck with your preparations and exam.